Hi, hi. Hi, everyone. See, it's not connected yet. I think I'm live. I think they just snapped into place. There it goes. Good. Hi, everyone. It's Dallas Piana here from Coaches Scaling Secrets. Good to see everyone here on Wednesday. I had to change the date, or not the date, the time by an hour, so I'm hoping other people can find me. And if you can't find me, come back and just watch the replay. I'm sure you'll get something out of it, regardless if you're live or not. So if you're just hopping on, say hi below. It's always great to see who's on. And this one, you know, I decided to do something which is really talk about how to create order out of chaos on Facebook. Just because my house is so chaotic right now. I just had all the pipes redone in the house yesterday, so there are holes everywhere. Ceiling, um, walls, upstairs, downstairs, all around. Just we had those old cruddy pipes that were just springing leaks all over the place, so we had to bite the bullet and just have them all replaced. But it's one big mess here, and to keep it organized, I definitely had put a plan in place. So I thought, this is appropriate. Let's talk about creating a plan or some order around Facebook, because if you don't have a system, an order, a process around how you're getting clients on Facebook, it's chaos. You'll just get on here and you'll just get distracted on Facebook, and all of a sudden you're spending an hour, 2 hour, and you're on somebody else's stuff, reading everybody else's stuff, and you're not being productive at all. So you want to be organized, and you want to have order and some kind of system in place or procedures in place that you do every day that cumulative over time will yield results, right? Get clients. So some areas where I think you need to have some systems. Let's talk about a system. What is a system? Okay, system is a process of moving from A to B. Okay, and what is that? What are the steps to move through a system? It could be called a method as well, or a recipe. Okay, just think about it. When you make a cake, there is a recipe to follow. If you want to have the exact same outcome each time, you follow the exact same steps each time. So what I believe what everyone should do, no matter where you are in your journey of building your business using Facebook, you need to have systems in place, methods in place, procedures in place, written down or somewhere where you know exactly what you need to follow day after day after day. Now, many things, like you will find out once you are really skilled at some of these procedures, routines, whatever we're calling them, is you can start to outsource them to an executive assistant, to a VA, to a social seller, okay, and get it off your plate, because many things that we do to keep the ball rolling on Facebook are not the money producing activities, but you need them because you need to have new people seeing your content and offering your solution to, because some people will say, it's a funnel. Remember, when top of the funnel, which is your stranger, you're moving them through your process, you're moving them closer into you, you're inviting them into your personal page to become a lead, and then a warmer lead over in your group, and then making offers to work with you so that they become a client. Okay, so let's talk about some of the procedures or systems that you can create that are the same things that you want to be doing over and over and over again. So you need a system or a routine around lead generation. The other word for lead generation is building an audience. Okay, inviting people over into your personal page and then into a group. Okay, so you need something that you set up. What are the procedures or the steps that you take every day to connect with at least 20, 50 people a day? Okay, now in the beginning, if you're just starting out, you're kind of uncomfortable about doing it, but once you get a system in place, it goes faster and faster and faster. So you're not really spending a ton of time. I mean, you're really spending less than 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day generating leads. Okay, and you need new flow of people in, just like I said, because more people come in. You want to warm them up to you, so you need another system about generating content. So what is your procedure around generating content? If you're someone that just at the spur of the moment every day says, oh gosh, what am I going to write today? What am I going to share? How am I going to provide value? That's more chaotic. Okay, I recommend that you set aside one day of the week somewhere. It doesn't have to be Sunday. You could choose any day of the week, and you plot out the next 7 days, 10 days of content. And what's so great about it is when you're doing it in a bulk, you'll actually create a theme for the week. It's easier to generate content of the journey you want to bring someone through over the course of 7 to 10 days. Okay, so it's so much easier if you have dedicated time that you structure in, that you fill in, that's when you're going to generate content. And then you can supplement, as the week goes on, or, whatever. You can add things in. But that's what I do. I also do is I keep a record of everything that I post, okay? And I use Trello boards for that. And it's a great project management tool. Who else is using Trello? It's really fantastic. So you want to have a procedure, a routine, a structure around generating content every day. So basically, you could actually set that up if you have a group. You can schedule it in advance. You don't even have to think about it. Like, you create the content, schedule it, and you don't even have to think about it. And then all you need to do is post on your personal page 1 or 2 times a day, and that's so much easier. But if you have that already laid out, all you have to do is go to where your plan is, take that information, copy it, and plop it into your personal page, add an image or whatever you need to do. That's what you want to be doing. You want to have this set up so that you can spend your time going back and actually commenting on people's comments or posts, okay? And carve out a set amount of time that you're doing a day, is that you're priming your feed, you are talking with people, you're commenting, you're answering questions either in your own group or in other people's groups, whatever, how your system is set up. Okay, you want to be doing that. So for me, I do it first thing in the morning. Okay, I generate leads first thing in the morning. And then on Sunday, I actually set up my week of hi, Cheryl. You're having a hard time with learning Trello? Oh my gosh. Where am I? So I set it all up on Sunday and plot it out so I don't have to pay attention to it. Okay? Try something else. Then don't use Trello. Try just a spreadsheet. Okay? Plot it all out on a spreadsheet. That's what Trello is like a glorified spreadsheet. So do it on a spreadsheet. Just do the top of your spreadsheet, the days of the week, and then you can set up, what are you going to be posting each day in your group or in your personal page, and actually put the content there. You can actually write the content on a Google Doc, and then take the shared link button and just drop that into the spreadsheet. So all you have to do when you're scheduling for the week, you just press that link and up comes the document, copy and paste it, drop it into where you need to post it for the day, or if you're scheduling it. Okay, so you could do that. You don't have to go fancy with the Trello board. Okay, so just take a few steps back, use what you're comfortable with. Okay, a lot of times people will say, oh, use this, use that, and then it takes you like a week, 2 weeks to figure out how to use it. It's not worth it, unless you have time. I don't. So I take on very little new procedures, new apps, new software, because I try to keep it very low tech. Okay, low tech. Okay, then you need some way that, how are you engaging? How are you building relationships? How many times a day are you reaching in, having private conversations with people? Set a structure up. Set a goal to reach every day, Monday through Friday. How many times are you reaching out to someone and creating a conversation with people? Okay, so set a schedule. So do that. Then you also want systems in place for, if you actually have clients, is what is your onboarding system? Okay, which is in the realm of customer relationships, there are areas where you need systems or procedures, and they should be standardized, okay? So that, if this, then that type of thing. So what is your onboarding procedure? Standardize it, okay? So do you have a questionnaire or an assessment that somebody goes out in the first email? How do they get the link to coaching sessions with you? Do you have a link to a membership site? So what is the structure of the onboarding procedure? Okay, standardize it, okay, so that you're not recreating the wheel every time you get a new client. Make it the same for every client so that you just put them into that process, it's like a funnel, right? It is a process where it's the same. They will get the same information over and over and over again, each client. So you need an onboarding procedure or routine, okay? The other thing is, do you have an accountability system built in for your clients? So how do you keep them accountable? If that's one of your your bonuses of your program is you're holding people accountable, how are you holding them accountable throughout the week? Okay, so what does that system look like? Create a process, a structure, and stick with it and put it into action. How are you getting referrals from people? Create a process around that, okay? And then does it go out? How often does it go out where you are asking for referrals? Okay, are you scheduling that as a post once a month, once a quarter? Put it in your calendar. I'm old-fashioned. I still use the planner, the big planner, and I need a big book now. I've kind of graduated to a big book because I have so much information. I like to write things down rather than using Google Calendar. But I'm telling you, Google Calendar is great if you want to do block time, which is, I highly recommend it if you're having a trouble with creating order out of the chaos of Facebook. Go into Google Calendar and create different calendars for your task. What I would recommend is just go to YouTube and type in Google Calendar block time and watch a few people show you how to use block time in the Google Calendar to set up your structure for your week. I mean, it's brilliant, okay? If you're really on the phone and you're paperless, okay? So use that system. So, definitely set things up for yourself. Okay, so we talked about a referral system. You need a tracking system. You need a tracking system of your clients over time. So if you have a program that's 12 weeks long, 6 months long, a year long, you need some kind of tracking system in place that you are monitoring or keeping tabs on the growth that they're going through week after week, and that you actually have a touch point. There is a connection with you on a weekly basis. Okay, so that's part of the accountability, but you also don't want people to start to drop out, right? So you've got to stay connected. So what I've designed is, I haven't even moved it to a Trello board, Shirley. I have it on a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, not Excel, I use Google Sheets, okay, and I've set it up so that I can track each client where they are week to week, okay? And, because especially if you're doing a group program, people, even if you have a group program that starts on this date and ends on this date, everybody is going at the speed to get the result at a different rate, okay? So you want to be able to get your arms wrapped around where everybody is, and the best way is to get all this information that you're holding up here out in your head, get it onto a worksheet so that you can monitor people's progress over time, and you can see who has slipped out, who is not participating, so that you can connect with them and say, gee, I haven't heard from you in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. What's going on for you? Where do you need help? do you want to schedule another session with me? You know, whatever it is to help people where they're stuck. So the best way is to have some kind of document that you are showing the transformation over time, the wins, the milestones that that people have along the journey of your program. Okay, so you definitely want to put that in place. And then I have a tracking system, obviously, for lead generation, content creation, relationship building, okay, like I said. And then I also have a tracking system for when am I asking for testimonials. Okay, so I'm asking for testimonials almost on a weekly basis from my clients, because I'm asking for what is your wins of the week. And we also start each coaching session with what are your wins for the past week, so we can acknowledge people. And then I use all those wins and mini wins and big wins as testimonials and share that with people that may be considering me as someone to hire. Okay, so people want to see not just the big wins, but you know, the minor wins. For instance, a client of mine, after 2 months of laying the foundation in her Facebook, following my directions in my program, she then was ready to open up a group, and she filled that group to 500 people in 37 days. Okay, that's a huge win, all right? So if you've been following me, you probably saw it. I posted that, okay? Because it really is, people are looking at how do you fill a group fast, okay? So that is something, you know, they'll see, oh, wow, she filled a group pretty fast following Dallas's, you know, procedures. So how does she do that? So I'm planting seeds with people, showing credibility or actually social proof, right, that my program works. So don't neglect to have a process in place to collect the minor wins of your clients over the course and the journey of working with you. So you need a procedure in place of how you're doing that. Is it on a weekly basis? Is it on a monthly basis, quarterly basis? How are you doing that? Put a system in place, a procedure in place, and get it out there so that, you know, when you go to your calendar, you can see, oh, I got to do a testimonial now. Okay, you don't have to think about it. Write it, everything out. Get it out of your head onto paper or onto a calendar. Okay, what else? We talked about accountability systems, testimonials, referrals, tracking systems, definitely, and CRM. Your client, you're actually CRM of the clients you have now, customer relationship management of the clients you have now. Now, you may have heard, you know, you definitely need a customer relationship management system, which is really tracking people's journey from stranger to client, right? Because you know, it takes many conversations with people or touch points before they say, trust you enough and say, I want to work with you. Okay, so I keep a system of people. Once I start having a conversation with them in Messenger, I put them into a tracking system, and I'm monitoring my conversations with them over time, okay, and seeing where I need to interject, have a deeper conversation, push a little bit deeper into where are they stuck. But I need that because there's too many people you're talking to, okay? You're talking to a lot of people. So you need to have a system in place to decrease the chaos and create some order. The more order you have, the more chances you will score more clients. Guaranteed. Okay, you guys. Is this making sense to everyone who has hopped on? Just comment a yes below if this is making sense to you. If you have any questions about this, drop them below. We have a bit of a lag here, so I just will, let me just go and see if there's anything, questions on the phone. No, that sounds good. Okay, you guys. All right, so that's it for today. If you want to reach out to me, have a conversation about what it would look like working with me for the next year, I'm available. Just drop me a DM and let's have a conversation in Messenger first. and then we can see if you are a good fit with your business goals, if my program is the right program for you. Okay, you guys have a terrific weekend. I am in the group every day, so ask questions in there as well. And I will see you around. All right, bye.